This week, I'm at one of the world's most interesting motor shows. Frankfurt? Nah. Detroit? Hardly. Tokyo? No. It's Seoul, South Korea. It's only the second time they've held their international motor show, which is surprising as South Korea is a car-crazy culture. Their saber-toothed tiger economy is dominated by a handful of huge companies called chaebols who manufacture everything. And the Korean car industry is a four-way split. There's Hyundai, Kia, SsangYong and Daewoo. A motor show can't be considered to have made it to Premier League status unless it's full to bursting with those frivolous flights of fancy concept cars. And thanks to Korea's own Big Four, Seoul is. But first, I wish to report a theft. The theft of my Year 2 maths jotter. How else do you explain the SsangYong W Coupe? An exact copy of a drawing that I did in biro on the inside front cover when I was 12. The W Coupe has all the right supercar kit, including a 300 horsepower twin-turbo motor, but the proportions are all over the place. Would you just look at those overhangs? And it was styled by a Brit. A- for effort. Top marks, though, for Hyundai's convertible concept. Styled by their US studio and based on the swoopy Lantra Coupe, already with us over here, and probably the best car ever to come out of Korea. This one looked ready to be driven straight off the stand, but as the coupe is due for a facelift next year, this is one good idea we'll have to wait a few years for. Also from Hyundai, the HMX is, we're told, very similar to a car due to go on sale there later this year. With room for 4 grown-ups and a 1-litre engine, it'll cost around £7,000. If Herman Munster came up on the lottery, then I have a strong feeling that this concept car, the Hyundai SLV, or super luxury vehicle, would be right at the top of his shopping list. For his loot, he'd get a car that attempts to combine Bentley with boardroom. The chauffeur is squeezed into a claustrophobic cubicle, leaving the leather-clad cabin free for relaxing and plotting world domination. Great interior, challenging exterior. All day long, these 4 lovely ladies have been gamely stood in front of Hyundai's SLV. However, as you might have noticed, Korean women are petite, and try as they might, they can't obscure this gothic monstrosity. Much prettier by far is this sexy little 2-seater in silver, the Daewoo Boxster. Sorry, Joyster. Can't think what made me say that. Coincidence, cried the Koreans when we pointed out the similarities to a 2-seater from Stuttgart. They pointed to the fact that Joyster has its 2.2-litre motor mounted at the front end, and if they ever did build it, the price would be a most un-Porsche-like £20,000. Sadly, Daewoo's other exciting new concept car wasn't ready in time for the show. However, a reliable source informs me that it's a rear-engine 2+2 sports car provisionally codenamed 119. Or was it 919? No, that was it. 911. That was it. One last concept? Oh, go on. But this is our cameraman's favourite car. And on what they get paid, he could have a different one for every day of the week. There's accommodation for a cast of thousands, the ladder off the royal yacht, and a camera jib, although what it's doing on the roof, we haven't a clue. Oh yes, very Pebble Mill. Yes, it is the Elan, but no, it isn't a Lotus. Because the Elan is now built here in Korea by Kia. Whatever next? The Daewoo DB7? And here's another old car trying its damnedest to look even older. Believe it or not, behind all of that chrome and leather lurks a Mazda 121. And if you like the Kia Zenobia, then you'll just love the Toy Town Towner Classic. A vehicle which combines the frugal practicality of a small delivery van with all of the old world charm of an Austin Cambridge. Yeah, right. But on the Daewoo stand, there are 3 motors that are most definitely not anyone's warmed-over leftovers. They are, in fact, absolutely brand spanking new. There's a big one, a little one, and a sort of medium-sized one. In typically Korean fashion, all three were developed in just 30 months. The little one is Lanos, coming to the UK as a 3 or 5-door hatch and as a 4-door saloon. In the middle is Nubira. In Britain, we'll get saloon and an estate with 1.6 and 2-litre engines. The large one is Laganza, a 2-litre saloon. They'll all be competitively priced and have the usual turbocharged Daewoo warranty and service package. 감사합니다. I've driven all three, and you can find out what I made of them next week. Oh, but you can't wait. And this off-roader is coming our way as well. Based on the Sportage, the rough and rugged Retona should cost around £13,000. The observant among you will have twigged that this international motor show isn't very, well, international. There were some European and American manufacturers present, but they were stuck up in the attic. You think that we pay a lot of tax on imported motors, and we do. But Korean motorists pay import tax, excise tax, VAT and, bizarrely, education tax on all foreign cars. This curious mixture of patriotism and protectionism means that for now foreign cars are a rare sight on the streets of Seoul. But the barriers are coming down, and as Korea's motor industry grows in strength, so will its show. In a few years' time, it could be as big and as important as Geneva, Detroit, or even